Carbo, carbo,
Carheb.
Most Prius owners think the biggest worry is the hybrid battery dying. But the truth is, there's another failure waiting quietly under the hood, one that can cost more than the car is worth if you don't catch it in time. And that is the infamous Prius brake actuator failure. Thousands of drivers around the world experience the same terrifying symptoms. The ABS light pops up, the traction control warning flashes, a long beeping starts in the background, and suddenly the car feels unsafe. Most mechanics quote $2,000 to $3,500 for the repair. Some even say it's too complicated for a regular person to fix. But today we're breaking that myth. In this documentary-style walkthrough, we're going deep into the easiest ways to diagnose, remove, replace, and reset the brake actuator on a 2010 to 2015 Toyota Prius. The same actuator Toyota issued a recall extension for, the same one that fails in almost every high-mileage Gen 3 Prius, and the same one countless owners learned to fix themselves to save thousands. This is the full breakdown, from symptoms, tools, step-by-step removal, the shortcut techniques, bleeding methods, and the exact moment you'll know your Prius is safe again. Welcome to the easiest guide on the internet for the Prius brake actuator replacement. 1. The warning signs. How your Prius tells you the brake actuator is dying. Before you ever touch a tool, your Prius tries to warn you. And those warnings are not random. Every single light on the dashboard means something specific. The most common story starts like this. You're driving normally, everything seems fine, and suddenly, bing, the ABS light turns on. Then track, then VSC, then the big red brake light. You hear a beeping in the background, and the brake pedal feels different. Sometimes soft and spongy, other times stiff and delayed. These are early symptoms of a failing actuator, the part responsible for controlling brake pressure, ABS behavior, and hydraulic coordination. Inside the actuator is a pump, valves, sensors, and accumulators. When these begin to fail, the system struggles to maintain pressure. The car compensates at first, but eventually it triggers warning lights and disables ABS. Many Prius owners mistake this for low brake fluid, worn pads, or a bad wheel sensor. But the real cause? Internal actuator failure, usually showing code C1391, the most infamous Prius brake code ever recorded. If you see that code, the actuator needs replacement. No shortcuts, no trick fixes, only a full replacement will solve it. 2. Why the 2010 to 2015 Prius brake actuator fails, and why it's so common. The Gen 3 Prius has one of the most advanced brake-by-wire systems ever installed in an affordable car. But that system has a flaw. The internal pressure accumulator wears out much faster than Toyota expected. Inside the actuator is a nitrogen-filled chamber that maintains consistent brake pressure. Over time, tiny leaks and fatigue decrease its ability to hold pressure. When that happens, the pump has to run more frequently, eventually overworking itself. This triggers the system to go into fault mode. Toyota eventually acknowledged this issue and extended the warranty for many VIN numbers. But millions of vehicles slipped outside the coverage window. Because of this, actuator replacement became one of the most common Prius repairs. Often more common than replacing the hybrid battery itself. And the worst part? Shops take advantage of owners who don't know better. Some shops charge over $3,000 for the job. Others say it takes 12+ hours. But real technicians and Prius DIY experts discovered faster, simpler ways to access the actuator without removing the entire dash or tearing the car apart unnecessarily. Today, those same methods will save you hours and thousands of dollars. Must-have tools, the minimum set you need for the easiest replacement. Replacing the Prius brake actuator sounds intimidating, but the tool list is surprisingly simple. In fact, most people already have 70% of what they need at home. Here's the essential list. Basic socket set, 10mm, 12mm, 14mm. 3/8 ratchet and extension bar. Line wrenches for brake lines, very important. Pliers and flat screwdriver. Long nose pliers. Torque wrench, optional but recommended. Brake fluid, DOT3. Jack plus jack stands. Funnel, gloves, rags. A scan tool capable of ABS bleeding mode, tech stream, auto, launch, etc. One tool stands out above all, the line wrench. Regular wrenches can round the brake fittings. A line wrench grips all sides and ensures clean removal. Meanwhile, a laptop running Toyota tech stream is ideal for bleeding, but modern scan tools can do it too. The goal? Make bleeding the brakes easy and fast. Before starting, always disconnect the 12V battery. This prevents the brake pump from activating unexpectedly. With these tools in hand, you're ready for the simplest version of the job. Safety first. What you must do before touching the brake system. Hybrid cars come with unique risks. The Prius brake actuator is sensitive and under pressure. So before you do anything, follow these critical safety steps. 1. Disconnect the 12V battery. This prevents the brake pump from unexpectedly firing, which can injure you or damage components. Remove the negative terminal and secure it away from the battery. 2. Release residual pressure. After disconnecting, pump the brake pedal 20 to 30 times until it becomes firm. This relieves pressure from the accumulator. 3. Raise the car securely. Use jack stands. Never rely on a jack alone. You'll be leaning over the engine bay for long periods. 4. Use eye protection. Brake fluid can spray unexpectedly when lines are loosened. 5. Avoid contamination. A single drop of dirt inside a brake line can ruin the system. Keep rags clean, tools clean, and always plug open lines. These steps might seem extra, but they prevent accidents. Many mechanics skip them and regret it later. With the brakes safely depressurized and the battery disconnected, the replacement becomes far easier. 5. The fastest way to access the brake actuator. No dash removal needed. Many people, including some inexperienced mechanics, make the replacement harder than it needs to be. They remove the entire dashboard, master cylinder, and even the wiper motor assembly. But professionals discovered a much simpler way. Here's the fastest method. Remove the wiper arms. 2 nuts, easy to take off. Remove the plastic cowl. This gives direct access to the actuator area. Remove the wiper motor tray assembly. This creates a large opening behind the engine. Move the inverter slightly, optional but helpful. You don't remove it, just loosen 2 bolts so it shifts a bit, giving you more room. That's it. Now the actuator is completely accessible from above. No dash removal. No steering column removal. No complex interior work. From this angle, all brake lines, bolts, and connectors are reachable. This shortcut alone reduces the job from 10 hours to around 2 to 3 hours for most DIYers. 6. Removing the old actuator, step by step with easy techniques. Once the actuator is visible, the removal process is simple if done in the right order. 1. Disconnect all electrical connectors. There are several harnesses clipped into the actuator. Press the tabs and pull gently. Avoid forcing anything. The plastic is old and can crack. 2. Loosen each brake line using a line wrench. Do this while the actuator is still bolted in place. This prevents movement and gives you stable leverage. Expect a small amount of fluid to come out. 3. Remove the mounting bolts. These are typically 12mm bolts. Removing them frees the actuator from the bracket. 4. Lift out the actuator carefully. Tilt it slightly to avoid spilling brake fluid inside the engine bay. Have a rag ready underneath. 5. Plug all open brake lines. Use rubber caps or clean pieces of hose to prevent contamination. Removing the actuator can be intimidating the first time, but once you see how small it actually is, the fear disappears. It's compact, lightweight, and comes out without fighting you, as long as you follow the easy approach. 7. Preparing the new actuator. The important check most people forget. Before you install the replacement unit, you must perform a few quick checks. 1. Confirm the part number matches. The Gen 3 Prius uses multiple actuator versions. If the part number doesn't match your original, the system will not calibrate. 2. Inspect for shipping plugs. Every brake port should have a plug. Remove them only when you are ready to attach brake lines. 3. Check the electrical connectors. Make sure no pins are bent. Damaged connectors will cause instant faults. 4. Reset the accumulator. If the unit you bought is used, pump the brake pedal off the vehicle lightly to ensure the accumulator is stable. These steps take only 2 minutes, but can save you from redoing the entire job. A mismatched part number is the number one mistake beginners make during this repair. 8. Installing the new actuator, the easiest order to follow. Installation is basically the removal steps in reverse, but with a better strategy. 1. Lower the new actuator into position. Guide it gently around wires and hoses without twisting anything. It should drop into the bracket easily. 2. Install the mounting bolts first. This locks the actuator in place and prevents movement while you attach lines. 3. Reconnect all brake lines. Start threading them by hand to avoid cross-threading. Then tighten with a line wrench. Do not over-tighten, snug is enough. 4. Attach every electrical connector. Each plug has a unique shape, so they naturally fit where they belong. 5. Reinstall the wiper motor tray and plastic cowl. Once everything is secure, put the upper parts back. 6. Reconnect the 12V battery. This powers the car for the bleeding process. After this point, the mechanical part is done. The hard work is behind you. What remains is the brake bleeding, the part many people fear, but once you understand it, it's simple. Why this fix makes you a Prius Pro. Replacing the brake actuator is one of the most intimidating Prius repairs. But now you know the truth. It's simply a process, not a mystery. You learned how to identify the symptoms, diagnose the problem, remove the old actuator, install the new one, and bleed the system like a certified tech. Most people will never attempt this repair. Many panic at the dashboard lights. Others sell their car cheaply because they think it's too hard to fix. But you just completed one of the most advanced DIY repairs on a hybrid vehicle. Your Prius is safer, smoother, and ready for thousands of miles ahead. If this documentary-style deep dive helped you, then like the video. Subscribe for more real-world car repair documentaries. Share this video with every Prius owner you know. You might save someone thousands of dollars, or even save their car from the junkyard. This is how you change the brake actuator on a 2010 to 2015 Prius, the easiest way possible.